Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ, the story of Turkey's most beloved leading man, the heartthrob who captivated the world. When we think of Turkish actors who have left a mark on our lives, Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ instantly comes to mind. His name alone evokes intense storylines, a gaze that melts hearts, and screen-stealing talent. But beyond the perfect smile leading man lies a story filled with twists, sacrifices, and an immense love for the craft. Hi, my love. Welcome back to Turkconnect, the channel where we celebrate our favorite actors, share all the feels, and dive into everything behind the Turkish series we adore. I couldn't be more excited because today I'm bringing you a video I needed to make. The life and career of Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ, the actor who not only conquered Turkey, but also stole the hearts of millions around the world. Maybe you first saw him in Gümüş, or fell in love with him in Kuzi Guni. Perhaps he took your breath away in Sezur ve Güzel, or made you cry with his flawless performance in Yakimo's S245. Behind every role, though, is a man who built his path through hard work, discipline, and a charisma you simply can't fake. In this video, we'll explore his childhood, his beginnings as a model, his explosive rise on television, his evolution into a dramatic actor. And yes, we'll talk about his personal life too, because who doesn't want to know everything about this heartthrob's real-life romance? So if you're a Kivanç fan too, you know what to do. Like this video, subscribe to Turkconnect, and hit the bell so you don't miss a thing, because what you'll learn today will make you fall for him even more. And if you already have a favorite series of his, drop it in the comments right now. I want to see how many of us are in this passionate fan club. Get ready for a story of effort, talent, and a deep passion for acting. Let's start at the very beginning. Where did this dream-worthy man come from? Let's find out together. From model to actor, an unexpected beginning. Picture this. You're in your early 20s. You've just lost your dream of becoming a professional basketball player because of an injury. And suddenly someone says, "Why don't you try modeling?" Sounds like a movie plot, right? But that's exactly what happened to Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ. After moving to Istanbul for basketball, Kivanç hit a rough patch when he had to give up the sport. But life, clever and unpredictable, opened a new door. With his classic leading man looks, towering height, and commanding presence, it was only a matter of time before the fashion world noticed him. Almost by chance, he began walking runways, posing for magazines, and appearing in ad campaigns. In 2002, Kivanç won Best Model of Turkey, and the following year he was named Best Model of the World. Yes, of the world. In no time, he went from unknown athlete to the most sought-after face on Turkish catwalks. But he wasn't satisfied with that alone. Modeling brought fame, but Kivanç wanted something deeper. He has always said he admires actors who can convey real emotion, who tell stories with their bodies and their eyes. So he got to work. He trained in acting, took intensive classes, and immersed himself in theater and television. It didn't take long for his first big break, the lead role in the series Gümüş, internationally known as Noor. That's where the world discovered, loved, and crowned him, the global heartthrob we all remember today. Did you know Gümüş was the first Turkish series broadcast across the Arab world with massive success? In many countries, Kivanç was the first Turkish actor audiences ever saw on screen, and that left a mark. His character, Mehmet, sweet, romantic, intense, was brought to life with such authenticity that he won millions of hearts. It's incredible to think all this started with a casual suggestion. Behind that perfect face is a man who reinvented himself, dared to change course, and never stopped chasing something bigger. So tell me, do you remember the first time you saw Kivanç acting? Was it in Gümüş or another series? Drop a comment and let me know the moment you said, "Okay, this man is on another level." The big break, the series that made him a legend. After the international boom with Gümüş, Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ was no longer just a model-turned-actor. He was a full-blown star. But it was the years that followed that truly cemented him as a Turkish TV legend, with roles that shattered our hearts, made us swoon, and proved he was far more than a pretty face. Aşk-ı Memnu, Forbidden Love 2017. Here he played Belul, the charming, rebellious nephew who falls madly in love with his uncle's wife. If you watch that series, you know the emotional chaos. This role launched Kivanç to a new level, intense, sensual, vulnerable, and utterly unforgettable. The finale became one of the most watched and talked about endings in Turkish TV history, and Behlül remains the symbol of forbidden love. Kuzi Güney, 2011-2013. Kivanç refused to be typecast. As Kuzi, he was rough, impulsive, filled with rage and pain. He changed everything, lost weight, altered his speech and mannerisms, and delivered one of his most powerful performances. I actually cried over this character. More unforgettable projects. Kurtsayit ve Shura, an epic love story set in Tsarist Russia, with Kivanç as a passionate, tragic officer. Sizur ve Güzel, with Tuba Büyük Kustun, one of Turkish TV's most chemistry-charged couples. Kivanç returned as the romantic hero, but with a dark past and a thirst for justice. Yakamaz S245 on Netflix, a total genre shift, touches of sci-fi, mystery, and intense human dilemmas. Each series unveiled a new side of him: seducer, avenger, broken man, silent hero, always with total commitment. If one thing defines Kivanç as an actor, it's his dedication to every role. Did you know many directors cast him not just for his looks, but for his ability to make us feel something real? He doesn't act to be liked. He acts to touch the soul. So tell me, which of these series hit you the hardest? Which Kivanç character are you obsessed with? I admit Behlül was my downfall, but Kuzi destroyed me inside. Let's dish in the comments. True fans need to talk this out. Beyond the Heartthrob, his challenges and acting evolution. Yes, Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ is stunning. No one can deny that. But focusing only on his looks would be a huge injustice, because behind that perfect face is an actor who has fought to break stereotypes, to grow, and to be taken seriously. And girl, he did it. After being typecast as the romantic series Heartthrob, Kivanç took real risks with his career. He refused to stay comfortable. In fact, many don't know he turned down roles that promised more fame, but would have kept him playing the same kind of character. Why? Because he wanted to evolve. In Kuzi Güney, as I mentioned, he amazed everyone with a rough character, full of trauma and bottled-up rage that exploded in every scene. He wasn't pretty, polished, or dreamy. He was raw and real. That changed everything. From then on, Kivanç has chased more complex roles. Organize Işler, Sazan Sarmalı, a crime comedy film, where he showed his most ironic, charismatic side. Yakamaz S245, a sci-fi survival story, completely different from what we were used to. Beyond TV, he has also shown in cinema, where he can explore even deeper, dramatic, experimental territory. But his growth hasn't been only professional. Kivanç has faced personal challenges that made him stronger. For years, he carried the pressure of being the most handsome, of maintaining a perfect image, of always living up to public and industry expectations. And that weight, although it may not seem like it, can be heavy. He has said himself that fame wasn't always easy to handle, that he had crisis moments when he wanted to walk away from it all. That's where his maturity shows. He sought help, focused on inner growth, and moved forward. Now, in his 40s, he's a consolidated, respected, and much freer actor. You can tell he no longer wants only to please. He now wants to tell stories that mean something, roles that challenge him, unsettle him, force him out of his comfort zone. That's what makes him a true artist. So Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ is no longer just a Turkish heartthrob. He's an actor who has built a solid career with smart choices and a genuine commitment to his craft. And honestly, that's far sexier than any smoldering look. And you, did you notice that change in him too? Which role made you say, wow, this man is more than a pretty face? Tell me, because I want to know how you experienced his transformation. Personal life, love, family, and what you never knew. We all know Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ is an incredible actor, but What's he like off camera? Who is the man behind those performances that leave us breathless? Buckle up, girl, because his personal life is just as fascinating as his roles, maybe even more charming. First of all, Kivanç is famously private. He's not the type to give intimate tell-all interviews or overshare on social media. In fact, for many years he kept his love life completely out of the spotlight. And in a country like Turkey, where paparazzi never sleep, that's practically a superpower. Then, in 2016, he surprised us all by marrying Başak Dizer, a well-known fashion designer and stylist in the Turkish entertainment world. The wedding was simple, intimate, and ultra-elegant, just like them. Since then, they've become one of the most stable and admired couples in show business. Başak is his partner, his support, his real love, and it shows. One look at them together, and you can feel a deep, genuine connection. In 2022, the couple took an even sweeter step. They welcomed their first child, a little boy named Kurt Eve. Although they remain discreet, Kivanç has mentioned in a few interviews how happy and fulfilled he feels in this new chapter of his life. He says fatherhood has changed him, made him more sensitive and more connected to what truly matters. Family isn't his only priority. Kivanç is also very close to his lifelong friends, and whenever he can, he escapes to the sea. He's passionate about nature, diving, and finding calm far from Istanbul's chaos. He often says what he values most are quiet moments of peace, when he can reconnect with himself. He's also an ambassador for social causes, and has taken part in campaigns for children, health, and the environment. He doesn't do it for marketing. He does it from the heart. He knows what it means to start from the bottom and wants to use his influence for good. And you know what's most wonderful? Despite all the fame, Kivanç is still that guy from Adana who treasures family, seeks peace, and gets excited about life's simple things. In a world as superficial as showbiz, that's pure gold. Tell me, did you already know he was married? Were you aware of this softer, more private side of him? Let me know in the comments, because after learning all this, I'm sure you'll love him even more. Turkey's most beloved actor. After learning about his childhood, his career, his challenges, and that tender side that melts us, only one question remains. Is Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ the most beloved actor in Turkey? If you ask me, the answer is a resounding yes. Because it isn't just his talent. It isn't only his otherworldly good looks. It's his ability to reinvent himself, his total commitment to every role, and his humility off camera. He's that kind of artist who leaves a mark, who truly moves you, who makes every story unforgettable. Throughout his career, Kıvanç has won hearts in Turkey, the Middle East, Latin America, every corner where a Dizi hits hard. And not just as a heartthrob, but as a complete actor, a genuine human being, an icon. Today, with more than 20 years in the business, he's still relevant, loved, and respected. Best of all, he keeps growing, choosing challenging parts, surprising us, making us fall in love again. And we're still here with him, episode after episode, series after series, year after year. Now I want to hear from you. Which Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ character is your favorite? Was it Behlül, Kuzey, Cezur, maybe Ali in Yakimo's S245? Drop your answer in the comments. I can't wait to read them and share this love that unites our community. And you know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, if you felt all the feels revisiting this amazing actor's journey, give it a like, subscribe to Turkconnect, and hit that bell. Every week I bring you more stories, more actors, and more reasons to keep loving Turkish series. Thanks for staying till the end, sending you a huge hug, and see you in the next video with more drama, more romance, and more Turkish stars to adore together.